The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepare a table before I ride in the presence of my enemy them. Unu anointed I head with an oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I veni. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah. Kadama we guruma be ya tela e. Where 2 centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah. And there's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain same way. If Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Negos, Daniel Am, Komaya Sataya. How Mausobolisa, I don't know what to, it was a sickler for. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous, super tantalizing cooking, and that is food. Very, very nutritious food. How does it happen? Now, the black pot sits on the fire, ingredients of so many different types, sizes, aromas, and even colors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot to collaborate and make food. Now, they do not even eat the food. The food is eaten by us. Yet every time, this collaborative effort between the black pot and the ingredients will continue. This is what is called selflessness. Now, we need this. We need to uphold this virtue of selflessness if we must have a generation that is a powerful one. Now, so many people would plant only pepper and onions, all because they cannot wait. They don't have the patience to plant trees. They want to harvest the tomatoes very quickly, eat, sleep, die, be buried and be forgotten. They are not ready to contribute to the upbringing of the next generation. They are too selfish for that. This must be that Joshua generation. That Joshua generation that plants trees. We must know that the black pot represents the continent of Africa. And of course, the ingredients represent us as a people. We must always come together to collaborate and think generationally. Now, the purpose of this show, The Black Pot, is to rewire the mindset of our people. Now, if the mindset is right, every other tale will be righted. Our leaders are only thinking about, roads, hospitals, and schools. But that is not the biggest problem of Africa. The biggest problem of Africa is the mindset. Listen, you can build all the schools in the world. You can build all the roads and hospitals. As long as the mindset is right, everything will be righted. But if it is wrong, we will tear down all the schools and tear down all the roads. We will steal bulbs, steal iron rods, and steal so many different things from these outfits because the mindset is wrong. That is why the first thing, the foundational thing to be achieved should be rewiring the mindset. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushono, and here we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we'd only just criticize on one condition: to build and not to destroy. This is in the service of God and country. The Black Pot aka Kukushodomo. We are on YouTube. Make sure that you click and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called the Blakk Empire Media. BLAKK, that's for Blakk. BLAKK, Blakk Empire Media. And then you click on the notification button so that every time we come your way, you'll be the first person to uphold and see us. This is the Blakk Pot, and we are supported proudly by Isit, and Isit is ISIT, which simply means in spirit, in truth. Now, if you're tired of social media's negativity, very tired of social media's violence, tired of social media's negativity, oh, the nudity, oh, the nakedness, the racism, then this is your app. This is positive social media in spirit, in truth, ISIT. Isit. Now, what it does is that you can go live. You can also make video and audio calls. At the same time, you can upload your videos and your photos, tell your story, promote your brand and your business, meet other like-minded people, positive-minded people, interact, make memories, connect with family and friends. This is what Isit is all about. No negativity, and is modeled by African engineers in the US. And they are making sure that everything is solid and working according to plan. Isit. Now, the interesting thing about Isit is this. You download it for free from App Store and Google Play. And the agenda is very simple. Positive social media. That is what it is. Now, this Mother's Day coming up, you stand a chance of winning 150 Ghana cedis. We are giving 150 Ghana cedis to so many different people on Isit. So that is why you have to be on Isit too. Just put on your timeline why your mother is the best mom in the world. We will pick it up and we will give you $150 so you can use that to buy your mother dinner. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodomo, and my name, Blakk Rasta. Today we have a number of stories to look at. Number one, watch it as it rolls. It says what? Watch it. It says 9 school children drown. School closed down. 9 school children drown. School closed down. It's sad. We are live on Pan-African TV. Also live on Loud Silence TV. This is a sad story. Now, this is the boat. This is the canoe. School children went to school, and on their way back from school, according to the story we saw, what happened? They drowned. 8 dead bodies were found. Very little children between the ages of 8 and I'm told 14. They sank. 8 bodies were found. Then later they found 1. Parents now had to cry right here in Accra at Botiano at a place called Fana. Now, the national communicator reported it. The Daily Graphic online. Watch the story. Accra, 9 children drowned after boat capsized at Fana, Botiano. 9 children drowned at Fana, a community in the Botiano area of Greater Accra on Wednesday. They were said to have drowned on their way back from school on Wednesday afternoon. The boat they were using to cross the river capsized. A total of 12 people, including the boat owner, were on the boat when the incident happened. 3 people managed to swim to safety. Initially, 1 child was unaccounted for, and after a search in the morning of Thursday, the body was found. I don't like stories like this. This happened on Wednesday. We have not told the story until now because I am hurt. As a father, as a parent, the children did not beg you to bring them into this world. It is the right of the children to to enjoy life. You bettered them. They never begged any parent to bring them forth. So if you are not responsible, don't bet children. If you are not ready for children, please do not produce them. Some people see children as an investment for their old age. It's like a pension. So they do not care what happens to the children. They just have to stay alive. And how the children stay alive, they don't care. These are irresponsible parents. In Ghana, we have a lot of people who are just giving birth to children so the children can help on the farms. They are not giving birth to children to see how the children can become better people. They are not looking at how the children can enjoy life. No, they rather see the children as labor force for themselves. Today, I'm truly sad. This story has been on my mind, and I'm glad I am able to tell it now. Children went to school, and I wish we could show you photographs of the school. Very terrible school. And if you look at the frontage of the school, it's like a hen coop. When you look at the frontage of the school, there is some kind of flooding, permanent flooding almost every time in front of this school. Is the government aware of the school? Is it a government school? Yes. And government thinks that this school is safe enough for our future leaders. Now, to go to the school, you have to cross this river. Has government thought it's wise to find a government transportation for these school children? No. Government does not care how these children get to school. They could grow wings and fly to the school. They could walk like Jesus on the water and go into the school. They don't care. Government is not interested in that. Minister of Education is fast asleep. He doesn't care. His children are schooling in Germany. Some are in America. The rest are at Harvard. He doesn't care. At Harvard, you don't need to cross any river to go there. There's no school at Harvard there that has flooding permanently in front of the school. My brother, my sister, the children every day would have to be on the river 2 times at least, going and coming. At Botiano. And the boats are owned by private owners who do not even have the courtesy and professionalism to take care of these boats properly. No, it's not their duty. They are fishing boats. They are supposed to go fishing, but they will do the children a favor, in quotes, by transporting them like fish cans from one side to the other and returning them. Why are we doing this to our next generation? I feel sad. Now, if you are a proper-minded parent, you will be very careful how your child leaves home and goes on these dangerous waters to school and back on the dangerous waters to the house. You don't care. If you were a serious parent, and if this was a serious school, that school would be demanding government transportation. That school will make sure that everybody at least would have a life jacket going on this dangerous boat. But no. The school did not teach the children how to swim. Their parents did not also teach them how to swim, even though they live near water. So the children are not given any respect to. They are only seen as a certain kind of pension security for parents in areas like this. So the children went to school. On their way back, as the report said, they sat with the boat owner and baff, the boat capsized. All the children died. How many of them were saved? The boat owner and 2 other adults. All the 9 children perished. between the ages of 8, I am told. Some people even said 6 and 12. All perished, gone. We cannot show you photos of these children lying down dead. I will not be able to continue this program if I show you that. Because the moment I see things like this, I remember my own children, their age, lying down like that. These children did not beg us to bring them here. We brought them here. So it is not their responsibility to be happy. We have to make them happy. To those children who died, I call on the wrath of God on their parents. I call on the wrath of God on the school. I call on the wrath of God on the government. You have let these little children down. You are wicked. How could you sit down and watch these wonderful future leaders just go down the drain like that? Look at how they died. When people die like this, I imagine how they died. Their last moments, what happened? When the boat was about to capsize, how did the children panic? How did they feel? When it capsized and they fell in there, how did they struggle? How did they struggle? Were they crying for their mothers? Were they crying for their fathers? When they were struggling, their last few movements in the water, what was it like? To the point when they became lame and they couldn't do anything again and started sinking. Oh, Jesus. Some people have no mercy for little children. Can you believe that? Some people even use their children for money rituals. The other day, a father took his own daughter, a brilliant girl, from out of school, and took this girl to a juju man's house to be used for a ritual. The juju man, a friend of ours, decided to report it to the police. What has the police done with this? For all you know, this matter has become so useless. The father is somewhere having more babies that he could use for more rituals with other women. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Our politicians are thieves. Our fathers and mothers are so irresponsible. The schools are more irresponsible. The government is nothing but useless. To the 9 children who died, you shouldn't have died. We let you down. You were born into a country that is totally visionless. You were born into a country that is totally emotionless. You were born into a country with no common sense. You were born into a country with leaders who are so insensitive. Next time, don't come here. Gosh. Now the school has been closed down. Why have they closed it down? To mourn the 9 children. After that, NADMO will come there. Disaster. And then they will provide a few life jackets. 5 life jackets. The next moment, we will see the same boat on the waters again with 50 children in there with 5 life jackets. 50 children, 5 life jackets. Oh, this doesn't normally happen. By now, the useless priests with rotten teeth are all walking barefooted there. And they are saying that it's the gods that took them because some ritual had to be done. When people are careless and stupid and let the future generation now, useless priests will also come out and read stupid meanings into these things. And I get hurt. Permit me to end it here because I'm getting really emotional. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. Next story. And what does the next story say? Watch it. It says 2 jailed for stealing chicken. That's ABEIKU SANTANA FUMES. 5 years. They have to go in there. 5 solid years for stealing chicken. 5 solid years. They have to go in there for 5 years for stealing chicken. But let us give you the details. 2 two jailed for stealing chicken as ABEIKU Santana FUMES. Who is ABEIKU Santana? He's my colleague, radio broadcaster. He's a veteran, just like me. Right now, all the veterans have relaxed, and they deserve that relaxation. Some of them have died. Some are still here with us, and we respect them. Now, we are those the youth are seen as veteran radio broadcasters. But we also see others as veterans. He's a very good radio broadcaster. I love him. We have had our issues in the past before. Right now, I will say that we are very cordial. We are okay. We don't have too much of a problem. He struggled from when he was a nobody, even struggling with his education. He's been able to rise to this level. Gilbert Abekuagri, aka Santana. He's been able to revolutionize in his own way. Local radio, come here. Local radio. He's done it. He came from Kumasi all the way into Accra and changed the scene. I love him. But this work that we do is full of job hazards, professional hazards. A lot of the time you see media houses apologizing. It's not their fault. In our quest to bring out the news, sometimes we don't get it in full. Other times we may have to apologize. Looking at our conscience. Other times we have to do it professionally. Look at the story and we'll make our delivery after this. Why jail poor workers for stealing 20 cartons of chicken? Oil. ABEIKU Santana berates Pizza Man CEO. Now let's read the story. Drive time show host Akufo-Addo Santana has descended heavily on the chief executive officer of Pizza Man Chicken Man over the recent jailing of 2 employees of the indigenous chain of restaurants. Speaking on the issue of the 2 employees, handed 5-year jail term each for stealing cartons of chicken wings and gallons of cooking oil from the employer. ABEIKU said Christian Boachi can no longer claim to be the youth leader he claims he is. Why? He said it was wrong that the CEO caused the arrest of his employees in the first place, explaining that he believed they engaged in theft out of poverty and hunger. This pizza man parades himself as a youth leader, and so on and so forth. Your workers steal 20 cartons of chicken wings, and you have caused them to be jailed 5 years each. What is the sense in it? A poor person's child engaged in stealing while working. Why don't you deduct it from their salaries? So because of chicken wings, which they didn't steal in one day, it's an accumulated stolen item. And they have been jailed 5 years each. Clap for yourself, you have done well. You are not a guy at all, he said. ABEIKU emphasized that he is not condoning wrong or promoting criminality, but that he was of the strong conviction that causing the employees to be arrested and jailed for such offense was unnecessary on the part of the CEO. Gosh. You see, as I said, job hazard. I don't know where ABEIKU left his right thinking capabilities before doing this. It happens to us. But listen, what the CEO did was nothing but the best. Now, if you read the story further, you realize that these 2 guys had been on the stealing spree for 2 solid years. They have been stealing to the tune of 20 cartons of chicken wings and a number of gallons of oil. This is what we've been talking about here. People travel out of the country. They kill themselves to work in the snow. Some don't even come back. People work so arduously. People break their back. They make some small money. They deny themselves. the comfort of their beds. Some of them dare not even switch on or turn on the heating in their rooms. They stay in the cold, all because they need to make money and come home and do something. A lot of them come here, they don't want to return. They just want to establish a certain business that will bring them money and also employ some of these youth who are so unemployed. Now, if this is the case, somebody has come home, pizza man has worked so hard elsewhere to bring money to come and open. Look at him, a young man, a business to employ other youth. Then you are engaged in stealing. A lot of these boys, what they do is, some of them even steal from the warehouse to establish their own, to compete with you. You steal from me to compete. It's like in the examination hall. You are copying from my work. And when the results are being mentioned, you want me and you to be the same. You want to even beat me. After copying from me, you want to beat me. You copy from my work, but you want to do better than me. You are copying me, yet you want to run past me. That's what they are doing. A lot of them are nothing but thieves. You employ them, and they put it in their minds. It's a terrible Ghanaian attitude, which has to be changed. The mindset. Obi ejuma enyami papa ejuma. Somebody's work is not my father's work. And I speak with my brethren every time. People I work with. I let them understand that this is your work too. Today I could fall and go. No family member is qualified like you to take over this business. What does it even matter? If you work hard and at the end of the day, the family of the dead man says, go away. Doesn't matter. You have done your part. But no. Obi ejuma enyo papa ejuma. When you work so hard in your employment, people see you as a fool in this country called Ghana. When you want to tell other people to do the right thing, they will ask you, hey, Papa Jumana, is it your father's work? But that is the blood-clot money that is feeding you. The work you are doing, that is what is feeding you. Without this work, a lot of you will be dead. You'll be hungry on the street with no help. Somebody comes, you dress nicely, you go with your CV. Some of you don't even know what a CV is. You are considered for a job. It's a partnership. Little did the employer know that he had employed his enemies to come and steal and rob from him. What is this Ghanaian attitude? How many companies in Ghana have employed people who have never stolen? I used to work for a radio station. Xylophone. I will not hide it. Nam1. Nam1 was a young man who had made money through his business. The government came down on him. Show me the photograph of Nam1. The government came down on him that he had done some things that were illegal, and therefore his company was shut down. He had gone through some kind of hardships after that. And then he got jailed somewhere outside Ghana. Later he was freed and paid some compensation for wrongful incarceration. You understand? And so on and so forth. Whilst he was away, employees were stealing from the company. Some stole tables and chairs. Some stole air conditioners. Some stole things that we cannot even say on radio. He had a studio for recording music. Sound engineer decided to steal every single instrument in that studio, including guitar picks. What thing we used to pick the guitar, the picks, chunk, stole everything and went away. And some of them said, oh, since he was not here and we worked, we had to sell these things to pay ourselves. Really? Meanwhile, when you came looking for the job, you were behaving like an angel. A lot of them go to church. They blow tongues. But they are thieves. That is why nobody wants to open any company here. If you see that your employer is a little successful, then you start getting jealous. Did you look for the money for him to start a business? Why should you be jealous? You should be happy that because of you, the work is going on. Even if he doesn't take care of you, does it matter? If he doesn't take care of you and you think that you are not being treated fairly, leave. Rather than staying and stealing and becoming grumpy. But no, they are stealing. They stole from Namwan whilst he was away. A lot of things. The man came back and saw nothing. I'm glad I didn't take a pin. I had an office that had almost everything in it. When I left, even paper that they had brought to me to write. In fact, this was my office. When Namwan was incarcerated, his office was given to me. This same office. I left all the books in there, including pins, everything. Even though I was owed 17 months of salary. I never took anything. I'm not moralizing it on anybody. But bear it. Feel the pain of the employer. He's employed you. There were good times. Now there are bad times. And you think that you should never have a bad time. It's the employer's responsibility to carry every bad time you are not ready to sacrifice. How would we grow? So ABEIKU, if two idiot fools have decided to steal from Pizza Man, and Pizza Man decided not to take the law into his own hands, and decided to report them to the police, the fools should be dealt with. It behoves Pizza Man to say, okay, I forgive you. But if he decides that no, he must make scapegoats out of these guys, and the courts decided to give them 5 years, let them be there. They will take chicken from Pizza Man to them. Let them go there. I don't believe in the jail system. But people have to be punished for refusing to think. If this was your company, I am sure that you'll be punishing people. If people are stealing every time from, it's too rampant. People just stealing. People work with radio stations and TV stations. They are not making any effort to make money for the radio station or the TV station. But at the end of the month, they become grumpy, waiting for money. Where is the money coming from? Oh, but I've worked. You have worked. But have you done some other thing extra to bring in revenue? That's why every radio station I work for, and it's time for me to move out, people are crying. Everybody knows that I'll put in extra effort to make money. I feel the pain of the employer because I look forward to becoming an employer one day. But I want to be that employer who is so close to his workers that they will be able to come to me and tell me this. I want to embrace them. I want to make sure that even if I don't have it, they will know I don't have it, but I'm doing my best for them to feel good. Every employer must also learn from that. You see, utu adui funo na utu kwedu sufu. I believe I got it properly. When you advise the monkey, also advise the banana. So ABEIKU, if I were your boss at Despite, I'll start looking at you with 4 eyes. It's almost like we are condoning stealing. But I know it was a mistake. You didn't look at it like that. So what you must do, apologize to the people of Ghana and let it go. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. And we return. I got more for you, but I have a quote on stealing for you. And jail, especially jail. Nelson Mandela has something to say about jail terms. To go to jail, it's not just like that. There's a reason. And there's something you can make out of going to jail. Mandela himself went to jail, and when he came out, he became president. This was what he did. Hey! Wayo!
Blackpot. Coco show them.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. Now, unfortunately, a lot of Ghanaians do not even support what ABEIKU Santana said. They don't. A lot of Ghanaians are against it, and I'm sure ABEIKU is getting the backlash. Some other people are somewhere who might be thinking the same way. But listen, it's too rampant. People hustle, struggle to put up buildings, and people that they employ to take care of these buildings are stealing and breaking down the foundation so they can steal more. It has to stop. It has to stop. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. And we are supported by Isit. Now, this Mother's Day, you know what to do? Hey, Isit is giving you $150 so that you can take your mother to dinner. Just write on your timeline on Isit why your mother is the best mom. That's all. Just a few words and you are okay. Your timeline on Isit. Yes, if you are not on Isit, then you have to go on it right now. It's an American app built by Ghanaians. Oh my God. Support the black business. Connect with family and friends and make sure that you download Isit, I-S-I-T, in spirit, in truth, from App Store and Google Play. And that's it. I am on Isit. And I have already put something on my timeline why my mom was the best mom. She's not alive anymore. So I may not qualify to get the $150. Who am I going to take out? My mother is gone. Maybe Isit will decide what to do with people like us whose mothers are not alive anymore. But of course, we still feel their presence and their spirit. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Black Empire Media, and click on the notification button. We are ready for you. This is the Black Pot. Next story. Now, the next story goes, Galamsey. Children in Ghana born with one eye, no genitals. Hey, Jesus have mercy. Come here. It is very sad when you read some of these things sometimes. We remember that years ago in Obuasi, because of the mining which was even legal, tap water was so polluted that people in Obuasi, in Ghana, and some other mining areas in the days were suffering from some rare diseases. Some children were even born with teeth, 32 teeth. Imagine your baby is born today and the baby has 32 teeth. Some babies were born with 2 heads. Some babies were born with no arms. And doctors said it was all because of the adverse effects of mining. And even then, it was legal mining. Galamsey is illegal mining. I am not surprised that I'm reading this. Run the story and come here. What does the story say? Babies in Galamsey areas are born with one eye, without genitalia. And this is a pathologist talking. Who is this pathologist? That's him. He's a renowned pathologist. He's so respected in the country. Run the story. Let's see what he's saying. He says children born in areas prone to illegal mining suffer cognitive impairment and other deformities due to the high use of heavy metals used in gold extraction by Galamsey operators. That is the observation of Professor Paul Poku Sampene Osei, Associate Professor, Department of Pathology, School of Medical Sciences, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and consultant pathologist at the Akufo-Addo Teaching Hospital. Now, the first thing that affects these babies when they are infected by these toxins is cognitive impairment. Their brains do not respond to these normal things that we see. Oh my God. Common metals used in the extraction of gold including mercury, cyanide, and lead, are inhaled and ingested into the bloodstream of the miners and residents of mining communities. Children and infants can absorb up to 50% of these heavy metals when they inhale these substances or eat food contaminated with these heavy metals. Adults have the capacity to absorb 15 to 20% of the metals. It means children absorb it more. The child's gastrointestinal tract has a very high affinity to all those metals, which include lead, noted the pathologist. Professor Sampenio say was contributing to a discussion on Love FM on the impacts of illegal mining on health and security. So when you go to such areas, you see children born with no brains. What are you going to do with a child like that? You are born with no brain because the brain that you have is not even functioning. Children with one eye in the middle. Now you are going to become a tourist attraction. People are going to leave other countries to come and see the children born in Ghana with one eye. Some useless priest, fetish priest somewhere will say that, oh, it's a certain god, a river god, who decided to curse the people. Some other people would even say it's a gift to the nation because it encourages what? Tourism. Children are born with no genitals. Are they male or female? What is this? Yet you have people who pride themselves in the fact that they are Galamseyers. They are making money out of Galamsey. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Why? Illegal mining. We love money more than we love generations to come, more than we even love ourselves. I saw a video of a man. I wish we could play it, but we won't play it today. Lying down on a sick bed with oxygen all over him, struggling to breathe, and family members standing by him. Oh. The moment the man went, dead, the family started to jubilate because he was a rich man who had a lot of money. Maybe he made his money the bad way, ill-gotten wealth. So the family is happy that you are now dead. They will spend the money for you. But it was a trick. The old man wasn't dead. The old man woke up, and all of a sudden everybody started to behave again. My brother, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world? Even the whole world, not just Galamsey, and lose his soul. Please, let's think about this. Galamsey is one of the most terrible things to ever come into our dictionary. Look at something like this. Some of these things. And this is from Ghana report. It's sad. All this from Galamsey areas. Watch this. Imagine you give birth to a child like this. There's no way a mother would throw away this child. But fathers can divorce their wives because of this. Yet they are those involved in the Galamsey. A father can easily run away from this child in Ghana and say the woman is a witch. Yet, they are the cause. They take the woman through a lot of very terrible situations. And when they give birth finally, they run away and the woman has to bear with this. Let's be wise. This is the Blakk Pot. When we return, we have more. Hey!
Skipper George.
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Mountain Kilimanjaro is not erupted for how long? How many years? Oh my God. This is the Black Pot. Come here. Next story. I remember Isit is giving you 150 Ghana cedis. Did I say Ghana cedis? American dollars to take your mother to dinner. Even after Mother's Day, you can still do it. The deadline is today. After today, you will not be able to be part of this. Just go on Isit and put it up on your timeline why your mother is the best mom. You can still take her out after Mother's Day. Today is the final day. After today, more money will be given out. That's it. As money was given out in the few days past. Akufo-Addo, Galamsey would have been worse. That's what Nana Akufo-Addo says. Wow. Why is Nana Addo saying this? But for national dialogue, Galamsey would have been worse. Well, that is true. Let's read the story. It says, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has emphasized the critical role of national and regional dialogues in curbing illegal small-scale mining, known as Galamsey, stating that without these discussions, the situation would have been worse. That's down. So you see, this is a chameleon president. He's not serious. He's not a serious president. Listen, there is the public discourse. But politicians in your government, as alleged, are seriously involved in this thing. So no matter how many public dialogues you have, this will be undermined by the useless people you have who are involved in the illegal act of mining, Galamsey. So, Mr. President, when you come out and say, oh, because of public dialogue, in fact, Galamsey actually been kept to some extent, and if we hadn't done that, Galamsey would have been worse. No. The public is aware of how terrible Galamsey is. More education is needed. But those undermining this education, they are the people that you harbor around you. As we were told by Professor Boateng. So this president doesn't want to take responsibility. He's always trying to find a way to look good. Oh, we organize public dialogues and it helped to curb Galamsey. No. We are told that people from the Jubilee House, under your very own eyes, are involved in Galamsey. No amount of public dialogue will stop your guys from engaging in Galamsey. So why do you come out and then you make a fool out of us? The problem with Galamsey is that the president is not genuinely honest about it. There is no serious conviction. There is no honest conviction to fight Galamsey. No, it's a lip service. Party Hienska. Your own party people are those destroying the land. Look at Chairman Wuntumi and all those people. Are they doing the right mining? Is EPA able to control them with all their political might in a country where institutions cannot work but strong men? In our nation, we have no respect for institutions. We have respect for strong men. When a policeman arrests somebody for wrongful overtaking, no, the institution would not work. The strong man will call the police and say, set him free. Where are the institutions? It's all about strong men. People who are connected to politicians, they are those who have their way. Some of us who are not, no. Let's think about it. So, Mr. President, public dialogue is good, but your own actions are those undermining that. Forget about it. Dash it away and bring me the next thing. Now, this is the last thing we're looking at, right? Ghana police to be disconnected by ECG. My God. Maybe I didn't see it well. And it's not only it's not only Ghana police. Ghana Health Service, GHS, is also going to be disconnected from the national electricity grid. Let's look at the story. Watch it. And it's from Ghana Web. It says, settle 34 million Ghana cedis debt, or we will disconnect you. And this is NETCO to police and Ghana Health Service. My God. Run the story. The Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Health Service, if they fail to settle their indebtedness of 34 million Ghana cedis to the company, will be disconnected. The company says the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Health Service owe the company 18 million and 16 million respectively. That means the police owes more. VRA and NETCO billing officer Williams Asari, speaking to the media during an exercise, revealed the indebtedness of the two institutions and how it has affected their operations. He warned they would not hesitate to disconnect their facilities if urgent measures are not taken to settle their indebtedness. Wow. Dash. Now, when people are supposed to be arrested for illegal connection, stealing power is the police they use. Now the police itself is owing. How can the police go and arrest people who are owing stroke stealing power when they themselves are using power without paying? Ghana Health Service, the hospitals, they need electricity. A lot of the gadgets in there need electricity to work. Now, if they owe and they are not paying, who is going to pay that money? Is the government broke? Nana Addo has to go on another begging spree? What is happening in our country? People are not ready to think as human beings. A lot of people are stealing electricity. Yet, before the cock crows, they are at the mosque praying, using stolen water to perform ablution. They use stolen water to prepare their tea to drink and go to work. Those in the church itself is owing electricity. Some churches have done illegal connection. And you wonder, are these the people who claim that they are worshiping God? How do you drive to God in a stolen car? How possible? Listen. Now religion is losing its focus. It's losing its credibility. And at the same time, I dare say that religion is losing out on the people. Religion is losing its purpose. We have more churches than we have schools in Ghana. We have more churches than we even have human beings in Ghana. Yet, the people are so corrupt from the top all the way to the bottom. So what has religion done to be able to deal with this? Do we still need religion? When you go to the jailhouses, there are more Christians than any other people there. Has religion helped them? In Ghana, where most of the illegal connection is done, is in the Zongos, which is full of Muslims. Has religion done its work? The man who is saying, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, he drank tea that he used stolen water to prepare. The man who is the imam coming to pray, in his room there is using a fan. That fan is powered by stolen electricity. How do you go to heaven? The people, the members are watching you stealing night and day. Religion has totally lost its purpose in this country. We need a new generation of spiritual people. What Ghana needs is not religion. What it needs is spirituality. Until we understand that, we are going to continue to suffer. Think about it. I said, think about it. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. I want to say thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I do love you. Remember, when you use power and you don't pay, you are a thief. Remember that when you use water and you don't want to pay, you are a thief. It's a thief who will go and enjoy it and refuse to pay. If you know you cannot pay for it, do not go and enjoy it. It's simple. Cut your coat according to your cloth. Thank you so much to Isit in spirit and truth. That is the social media app that is most positive. Yes, if you're tired of that one that is so negative, this is the one for you. Everybody is getting on it right now. I am on it too. Oh my God. So, this Mother's Day, we've given so much money out to so many different people. And soon they are going to come up and tell the story. We have given so much money. Even after Mother's Day, we'll still give money. But the deadline is today. Just make sure that by the end of today, you have your story out there why your mother is the best mother. We'll still give you some money, $150. My name is Blakk Rasta. I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. When we return tomorrow, we shall have more stories. Until then, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Blakk Empire Media. BLAKK, BLAKK. And click on the notification button so that anytime we come your way, you will be the first to see us. We are on all other social media platforms. Make sure that you subscribe. Hey! Whoa!